friends, it's your art teacher, Miss Barnett, and in this week's lesson called Looking at Trees, we've been thinking about how artists show the structure or the skeleton of objects such as trees here, and we are going to be creating a monoprint today. So a monoprint is a special type of print. It's a single or one copy. It's one impression of our image. So what we're going to do is we're going to think about what kind of tree you want to show in your artwork. Will it be a spring, summer, fall, or winter tree? And then what shape will you use? It could be a circle, a triangle, an oval, an ellipse, a square, or a rectangle. So there's lots of choices here. So the things that I'm going to grade you on today is that your picture should clearly show the main structure of a tree. Remember that the tree's skeleton should include its trunk and its branches. The trunk is thicker than the rest of the tree, and the branches get smaller as they grow out from the tree. I want you to make sure that there are details in the tree shape and that your monoprint is clear and relatively clean, clear of smears. So you're going to get a nice thick piece of paper. We're going to use an 8.5 by 11 today. We're going to need a pencil and an eraser, as well as chalk pastels, which I have lots and lots of colors of chalk pastels. We're also going to be using the light box today. So we're going to be using lots of tools. And then when you finish this, we'll roll out some ink and I'll show you how we're going to turn this drawing into a monoprint. Let's get started. All right, friends, so I've decided to do a fall tree, and the shape that I'm going to do is going to be kind of like an oval or an ellipse. So I'm going to start drawing the structure. Remember, the trunk's bigger, and then I'm going to widen it out. Here we go. Okay, friends, now that I have the structure and the shape, I'm going to take it over to the light box, and I'm going to go and draw the same thing on the back, and you'll see why in just a minute. Here we go. Now, friends, when I came over here and I flipped it over, I realized I can't really see what I'm doing, so I'm going to darken up these lines. Here we go. Okay, friends, now I've transferred my drawing from the front to the back. I can start using my colors and filling in my picture. Let's get started. All right, friends, now that I've finished the structure and the shape of the tree, I'm going to work on the background. Let's get started. All right, friends, now that we've colored it in, now we get to do the fun part. So we're going to move this to the side. I'm going to get out some block printing ink. We'll need a knife and a rolling tool. This is also called a brayer. And we're going to put out some ink. And we're going to do it right on the table. It's so fun. So we're going to roll this out. Make sure you ask me where to set this up at so we're not disturbing anyone else while they're working. And we're going to try to roll this out to about the size of our paper. So remember, we have an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Super messy, super fun. Let's see. I think we're about there. You want to roll it out as evenly as possible, avoiding these little white spots if we can. All right, let's check it. We're going to put the brayer down with the bar. I'm just going to kind of lay it over. Perfect. So we're going to lay this down, and here's where the magic happens. We're going to take our pencil and we're going to trace. Try not to touch it with your hand. See, be careful, I stuck my hand in the ink. So I'm going to lift my hand up. See, I'm holding my hand. If you don't copy it directly or exactly, that's okay. Just keep going. Once we start, we can't stop. Okay, so let's lift it up carefully with my fingernail. Let's see how we did. Oh, that's gorgeous. So there is our completed monoprint of a tree. I love how it turns out. Don't worry if you have some smudging, that's to be expected, but really where we traced is pretty clear. This turned out great. Now I'm going to show you how to clean the table. Kids, I've got my handy dandy Goo Gone, and I'm going to spray this down. And then I'm just going to wipe it up with a paper towel. You can watch. Oh, excuse me, got the hiccups. Took a little bit of elbow grease to get that ink off the table, but we've got it. Make sure you ask me before you start cleaning, just in case someone else is ready to print as well. We don't want to waste the ink. I hope you have just as much fun making your monoprint of a tree as I did, and let's get started.